Okay, guys, we have two-dimensional motion. And two-dimensional motion, today we will discuss about the range of projectile motion. For example, uh, if a body is, for example, in two-dimensional motion, for example, so this is starting position and end position. So what is this range? Horizontal distance covered by a projectile body is called its range. So how we can find, for example, if you throw with initial velocity, let's suppose vi, so if angle is given like angle is equal to 30, 40, 50, so then there are two components for initial velocity, a horizontal component and vertical component. Okay, we also need total time of flight. Okay, we can also depend upon the height. What is the height of the projectile body? So we have calculation, we have formulas, but before formulas, uh, what are the different materials, equipment we use for projectile motion? So actually, first of all, we need data collection system. What is data collection system? Actually, in data collection system, we use one software, and that software is called Data Studio. So with the help of Data Studio, you can collect data. All materials, all these equipment we are using, they are connected with a laptop, and in laptop we have software, Data Studio software. So automatically these equipments will record the data. You can draw diagram, you can draw a table. Next one, in this two main things are photogate and mini launcher. What is photogate and mini launcher? These are main things, main equipment we use. So you can see this one. This one actually, this one is photogate. This is like a gate with work with the help of a photo light. We have laser light here. So anything passing, for example, from this portion, it records the speed or velocity of the. This one is launcher, mini launcher. Okay, what is mini launcher and what is smart gate? This one you can see. This one is called mini launcher. Actually, uh, this launch the small particle, you can say mass of, for example, cylindrical shape bodies, balls, yeah, anything in two-dimensional space. Okay. Also, we have smart gate. This one is smart gate. When you connect smart gate with this launcher, mini launcher, so when it throw, for example, a body in projectile motion, so when this pass, for example, from this gate, this is called photo gate, we have laser light here. So with the help of laser light, the smart gate detect the velocity, yeah, you can say speed of projectile motion, yeah, projectile body. Okay, how you can connect, how this work? Let me share a video, a small video with you. Okay, can you see this one? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so this is the working, how you can connect mini launcher with smart gate.
Sir.
Okay, this was a short video for projectile motion, that how you can connect these two bodies like mini launcher and also the uh, smart gate, you can say smart gate. How we can connect these? So okay, these mini launcher. Okay, actually for mini launcher, actually we need a stand. This is a steel bar, and this one is the smart gate. This smart gate actually also connected with the laptop, so it will record the velocity. You can see speed of the projectile motion. Okay, how we can solve this one? What is the calculation for the projectile motion? Which formula we use for projectile motion? So actually, we know that from projectile motion that horizontal range, yeah, we have formula like xf is equal to what? Xi plus Vixt, and then we have what? Half Axt square. But we know from the formula, from our class theory, that this factor is 0 because Ax is equal to 0. There is no acceleration along x-axis. Okay, if you transfer this one, so we have xf minus xi equal to Vix multiplied with t. Xf minus xi equal to delta x is equal to Vix multiplied with t. Okay, this one is horizontal range. Yeah, range is equal to Vix multiplied with. Okay, with the help of this smart gate will record initial velocity. So then we need to find time. How we can find time? So from second equation, we can find the value of time. If we have y final is equal to what? Y initial plus we have Viyt, and then we have plus half Ay into t square. Clear? Okay, first of all, if I tell you that if there is no angle, like projectile body of mini launcher, for example, throwing ball with having the angle equal to 0 degree, making 0 degree. So when, for example, this one making 0 degree, so then we have two components for velocity, Vix and Viy. But this is horizontally, so Viy, this one equal to 0. So if you transfer y I to other side, we have y final minus y initial, and Viy is equal to 0 because this one making 0 degree. So there is no y component, only x component. We have half Ay into t square. Okay, this one yf minus yi, I will write here equal to change in y, and we have half Ay into t square. So multiply 2 with other side, we have 2 delta y equal to Ay into t square. We need to find the t. So if you divide both sides by Ay, or Ay is equal to g value, these two cancel. We have t square is equal to 2 delta y divided by, if you replace a with g, and cancelling this square root, with square with square root. So we have formula for t. T is equal to what? T is equal to 2 delta y divided by g, where this delta y actually the height of projectile body. This is height. You can see this one. This is the height from the floor, from the ground up to this level. This is the height. You can say delta y. And now we have equation for t, and we have r is equal to initial velocity multiplied with time. So when you multiply with t, now you can replace, you can put the value of t. So we have r is equal to Vix, this is initial velocity, multiply with time. So time is equal to 2 delta y divided by gv. So when you know the initial velocity, when you know the height, so you can find the range, yeah, horizontal range of projectile body. Correct? We will use this formula. Okay, now I'm going to share again screen with you for animation. Okay, can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear. Thank you. Okay, first of all, I want to record the data. You can see the initial velocity. What is the initial velocity from here?
18.
18. Initial velocity, let's suppose along x-axis equal to 18 meter per second. Okay, what is the height? You can see here. This is actually delta y.
9.
Yeah, height, yeah, delta y is equal to 9 meter. Okay, when you throw this one, when you throw the ball, so you can see what is the range, this distance. So you can find this distance. What is this distance equal to what? You can say this is 24.3 something or 24.4 something. This is the actually range. Okay, now we have data. Our delta y is equal to 9 meter and our initial speed is equal to 18. So we will find that as the range is equal to 25.4 or not. Again, I'm going to share and I will calculate the value for the horizontal range. Yeah, you can say horizontal distance covered by the body. Okay. Okay, what was our last formula? Last formula for finding the range is delta y, sorry, is delta x is equal to Vix multiply with time value. Time is equal to 2 delta y divided by g value. And from animation, what was our initial velocity? Initial velocity was 18 meter per second. Multiply with 2 delta y, where delta y is the height of projectile body. So delta y is equal to, it was 9 meter divided by 9.8.
9.
Yes, excellent. So 18, then we have 29 equal to 18 divided by 9.8. 18 divided by 9.8, then square root value. Under the square root, then you can multiply with 18. So we have under the root 18 divided by 9.8, so equal to 1.35. 1.35 multiply with 18 equal to
4.3.
24.39, or you can say 24.4. This is actually horizontal distance, or you can say range. So what was the value for from animation? I think it was 24.4. Our horizontal range was 24. Okay, from calculation, value is equal to 24.39. 39 or 4, this one is same, but you can find the percentage difference between actual value and measured value. What is the formula? Who will tell me the formula for finding the percentage error between actual and measured value? Remember? Okay, okay, don't worry. So again, 24.39, and from the animation range is equal to what? It was 24.4 meters. This one is also meter. So how to find percentage difference or percentage difference? Yes, Mr.
Actual value minus
Excellent. Actual value minus measured value divided by
expected value.
yeah, actual value multiply with 100%. Actual value is from calculation, this one, 24.39. Measured value from the animation, it was 24.4, and divided by again actual value 24.39, then multiply with 100%. So if you subtract this one, this will give you 0.01. Okay, 24.39 minus 24.4, then divided by 24.39, then multiply with 100. This will give you 0.04 something. 0.04% error in measure value and in actual value. Correct. This was first method for finding the horizontal range when height is given, and also when there is zero angle. Angle is zero. Okay, when you give some angle and there is no height, so how you can find that one? For example, when you projected a body from the ground level, for example from here, now angle is given. Let's suppose we have angle here, any value that you can say 30 degree. Also we know the initial velocity. Initial velocity, let's suppose equal to 10. So how you can find this one? So we use formula that if you remember, the speed or velocity is equal to what? Distance covered divided by time. Our distance is equal to v multiply with time. V is the speed or velocity multiply with time. We use this formula. How you can find v, and then how you can find time for this one? Let's suppose angle given, angle is equal to 30 degree and initial velocity is equal to 10. So first of all, we need to find the vertical and horizontal component. Wait 1 minute. Okay. Okay, sorry again. Initial velocity is given. Vi is equal to 10 meter per second. Angle is given. Angle is equal to 30 degrees. So we use formula. Distance, yeah, horizontal distance is equal to V multiply with time, speed multiply, velocity multiply with time. So how we can find the horizontal component and vertical component of velocity? Initial velocity is 10. So Vi x is equal to what? We know that Vi into cos theta. Same. Initial velocity Vi y is equal to Vi into sin theta. Initial velocity 10 multiply with cosine of 30 degree. Same, Vi is 10 multiply with sine of 30 degree. So cosine 30 degree multiply with 10 equal to what? If you multiply cosine 30 degree, then multiply with 10 equal to 8.66. Yes, thank you. 8.66 meter, sorry, meter per second velocity. Same, sine 30 multiply with 10 equal to what? Sine 30 degree, then multiply with 10 equal to 5. 5 the vertical component. Okay, how to find velocity? For example, first of all, I want to find the time for the total flight. So how you can find? First, we can find time to reach maximum height. This one. Then we can multiply to find the total time of flight. We know the velocities, but we don't know about the time. So how to find time? Time to reach maximum height. Uh, from first formula, Vfy is equal to Viy minus Vfgt. So at maximum position, final velocity equal to 0. Initial velocity, we know Viy is equal to 5 minus we have gt 9.8 multiplied with time. So when you transfer this one, 9.80 is equal to 5. Are dividing both sides by 9.8. Time is equal to 5 divided by 9.8. Yes, 0.51. 0.51, this is time to reach maximum height. What will be the total time for the flight? So 2 multiply with 0.51. Okay, multiply with 2 equal to 1.20, 02 seconds. This is total time of the flight. Thank you. Okay. Now, how to find the horizontal distance with the help of formula? Horizontal distance is equal to Vix multiply with what? Multiply with time. So we know horizontal velocity component equal to 8.66 multiply with time. Time is equal to 1.02. So when you multiply 8.66 with 1.02, 8 multiply with 1.02.
8.83.
Yes, 8.16. This is horizontal distance. Yeah, horizontal range meter. Correct? So let's discuss some animation for this lab. Okay, uh, let's suppose angle is equal to 0. Angle is equal to 0. So what was, sorry, height is 0 meter and angle was 30 degree. Okay, it's 30 degree. What was our speed? Speed was 10. So give 10, yes, 10 meter per second. Okay, now you can see the range. So what is range? It's, you can see 8.9. What was our result? Anyone remember what was our result?
8.16.
8.16. Here we have 8.9. Yes, okay, thank you. So then you can find the percentage difference. Yeah, 8.16. We have 8.9 here. So yes, yes. You can also use this tape to measure tape to find the length, the value. Is it correct or not? Okay, measure tape. And yes, it's 8.9 something. 8.9, yeah, 8.94 something. Now we have what? We have some error here. So how to find error? You need to try to minimize the error. So how we can find? Let's try with another example. This one. Angle is 30. Yes, 30 degree. Initial speed 10 meter per second. Equal to what? Equal to, yes, again 9.9 something. Okay, then we can find the percentage difference. Let's try for another angle, like we have 45. Minimum, maximum angle is 45. Okay, now initial velocity, initial speed is 10. Okay, angle is 45 degree. So when you launch the body, it will cover distance of what? It will cover distance of 10.1. Let's try another angle. 61, 40, 64, let's suppose 75. You can see range is minimum than 45 degree. If you try another one like 57, yeah, range is also less than 45 degree. The maximum range will be at angle 45 degree. Same, this one is also 38 degrees, also less than 45 degree. Okay, 80 degree. When you give height, then it will give you like you have angle and you give some height. But range also depend upon initial velocity. So if you increase the initial velocity, you can see 56 degree, height is 5 meter, and range is, you can see 27.1. Okay, let's try for another one and calculate what is difference between original and uh, actual video and measured video. Let's suppose we give 45 degree. 45 degree is the angle. Uh, our okay, the speed, initial velocity speed is equal to 18 meter per second, angle is 45. Let me record the data. We have 45 degree and 18 meter per second initial velocity. You can also record this one. Initial velocity 18 and theta is equal to what? Theta is 45 degree. So what is the range? Okay, range equal to what? Okay, let me use this one. Equal to 33.15. The range is 33.15. This is actually measured video. What is actual value from solving equation? Let's try one equation, but this meeting will end after 1 minute. So I will start another meeting after 1 minute, correct?